morning, y'all. Today is Monday, August 19th, I believe, which is crazy to think that we are already over halfway through August, and in a little over a month we're going to be getting very, very close to harvest. That is just insane, and I can hardly believe it because it feels like winter was so long ago, but then at the same time it feels like planting was yesterday, and it just does not seem that summer could have flown by already, but it has. Somehow it's been a busy summer and it's been good. So today we are going to be square baling hay, which is always very fun. We mowed the hay down. We just did the 2 hay fields here and then around the pond and those 2 waterways. We mowed that down on Friday, and then I think it was Friday, and then we raked it once already this morning. Papa's raking it again now, and we are going to bale it up this evening, later on this afternoon into this evening, depending on when it gets dry. And yeah, we will be making square bales with this. So this will be the first time that we've square baled this year, and that'll be good to get some square bales stored up, and it'll be fun to pick up as well. So square bales are a little bit more work because you have to go through and pick them all up, but this should be some pretty good hay for making square bales, so that's what we're working on. We have a couple things that need to be done before we're actually ready to bale. We went over and got our trailer from the barn earlier today that we'll be using to pick up the square bales. I don't think we're actually going to be picking them up today, but that'll be ready for when we do tomorrow. The next thing that we need to work on is getting the 26 ready to go. The 26 is what we use to pull the square baler, but we got a little bit to do before that's ready. We got the sprayer in here in the machine shed, and then the square baler is all the way back here in this corner behind the big baler. So we need to get this out. The 26 is what we're going to pull the square baler with, so we're going to get the 26 out, but the 26 has the finishing mower attached to it at the moment, so we need to get that unhooked, get the drawbar on the 26, and then we'll be ready to go. There's a lot of when you're moving stuff around on the farm, a lot of times it's not just go hook up to one thing, it's go move around half a dozen pieces of equipment to get one thing out so that you can then hook up to that one thing and use it. So it's kind of a lot sometimes, but we're gonna get this situated and get the square baler hooked up and make sure it's ready to go for this evening. Just hoping this thing starts because it has a history of like not starting the best. There we go. Okay, the 26 has been unhooked from the mower. Got that done. Mom and Dad are doing barn chores right now and then milking. So the crew right now that we have doing this is Emma and I and Eliza and Lemuel. So we're professional right now and we are getting stuff done. So we may not be the fastest, smoothest crew to do this job, but we will get it done eventually.
Okay, can I hook up the drawbar? What's it called?
Don't work it. Okay. Back slowly. There we go. We got it.
What'd you just say? Well, they are.
Hey, bossy. Hi, Dossie. Get your head in there. So we got the 26 hooked up to the square baler, so that's ready to go. Papa finished raking the hay, and it'll be baled up here in a little while. Mom and Dad got done milking, so this is Dossie. So we actually have 3 milk cows now, and that way we can kind of like keep with fresh milk all year round, rotate them in and out. So Dossie's the one that we're milking right now. We have Flossie, who should be having a calf soon. And then once she has a calf, we can dry Dossie up, and she will be bred to have a calf. And then we have Bossy, who has been dried up for a little while now, and she is also bred to have a calf. Maybe in December, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure about that. But anyways, they just milked Dossie when they milk her. They pin her in this barn. Got a little stall over there. Milk her with the milking machine. She gets some grain, and then when she finishes her grain, I turn her back out. Bossy, she's like got a personality. But anyway, she gets grain out here while Dossie is being milked, and then Buckshot gets pinned in the round pen to get, he will get some grain and such. And because if they get left out together, when Bossy is trying to eat her grain, Buckshot will be bothering her. So anyways, all of this to say, Dossie has finished her grain, so I'm out here to turn her out of the barn now, and we'll turn Buckshot out too. Be patient, Dossie, I gotta set up my camera. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Okay, Dossie has been turned out. We have Bossy here. As I said, she has quite a personality. Bossy really suits her. She is very sassy, and she can have a little bit of an attitude sometimes, but she is also adorable, and yes, a cute little cow.
Just the south side of the pond, or the...
Hi. Hey. I don't got anything for you. Got a little treat for Buckshot. These are apples that have fallen on the ground off of Papa and Granny's apple tree, and they have like rotten spots on them, so they're no good. So Buckshot appreciates them though. Yeah. Okay, we are starting to bale. The hay should be dry enough now. We were gonna wait until tomorrow morning to pick the square bales up, but since it ended up being able to start baling a little bit earlier than we thought it would, we're gonna go ahead and just pick them up right behind the baler. We actually baled up a little bit in that waterway down there with the big round baler, and then just put it into the milk cows and Buckshot immediately because it was a little bit of tougher hay and not as good for square bales. But the rest of this is going to be square baled up, and you can look at it here. It is nice and dry, so we're gonna get all this baled up and get it picked up and put on the trailer. Alrighty, here we go. Papa is baling. We got the trailer hooked up, and we're gonna go down and start picking up the bales. So hopefully we don't have any breakdowns. We've been adjusting the settings on the baler just a little bit. We had to loosen it up, but so far nothing too bad has happened. So hope it keeps going that way. got the shear bolt replaced on the baler, so Papa's going again. We're having a little break on picking him up because it works better if he can get ahead and have a few rounds done before we start going in with the trailer, and then we can just keep going. So we're gonna let him get ahead a little bit on that field, and then we'll start back into picking the bales up. So I set up a camera up here on the lean-to, looking over this field right here. I wanted to get like a time lapse of baling and then picking up the bales. It did die, which I figured it would, but I'm not sure how much of it got before it died. So I'm hoping that it turns out decent and it'll be a nice little time lapse. Would have preferred if it stayed going the whole time, but you know, the battery just can't quite last that long, which is to be expected. It did good, I'm hoping. But anyways, y'all can enjoy that little time lapse now. Okay, trailer is full, but we still have quite a few bales left, so we're gonna go unload this at the barn. Y'all, it is now 6 o'clock. We got one load loaded. We went over there, stacked it in the barn. We came back, loaded some more. Papa got done square baling. We have a few more square bales to pick up though, but we're calling it a day now because we had a little bit of hay that needed to be round baled too. So Dad, it went and we just finished round baling what needed to be round baled, and then we'll pick up the rest of the square bales in the morning. So we're gonna head inside. We're getting the tractors parked right now. I'm gonna head inside, get cleaned up, eat some supper, and that's gonna be it for today. So it's been a good day. We got a lot done, and I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time.